It's going to be a fun episode today. We're doing Air Jordans. I love Air Jordans, and I love this hat. Funny story about the hat. You can do anything with corduroy, especially in a Jumpman print, Air Jordan print, and it works. Hi from Spain, big bro. What's up, my Spanish friend, Spaniard? What's up? What's up? All right, so we're going to do Jordan pickups of 2020. We're running out of days left to do these kind of videos where it's like an end of the year type theme. And in the Discord, we've been talking about lists and how we can get our top 10 shoes out there. So I thought I would bring out 6 pairs of Jordans. I believe these are all the Jordans I picked up this year. I think. I could be wrong. But from what I understand, these are all of them. So we're going to start out in numerical order. We'll start out with the Jordan 1. Everybody knows this box. Like, probably the most popular box top of the past, I would say 8 years, since 2012, when they brought this kind of style back. I would say since 2012, easily the most popular box top. And we have the Mocha 1. Look at that color. Gorgeous. Oof. So this shoe has been some of people's favorite release, some people's least favorite release. Go ahead and leave in the comments down here so I can read them. If this was on the top end or the bottom end of the Jordan releases this year. Really, really quality shoe. And what I love about the kind of Chicago type detailing they're doing is the off-white kind of cream texture to it. So it's not pure white, it's not really sail, it's something right in between. It is kind of like a fake ass Travis, but it's a damn good looking shoe. I put the white laces in them. In my opinion, on par with the Mocha 3. I haven't quite decided yet which one's better. The Mocha 3 obviously has like the historical value behind it. But this shoe was probably one of the more popular and least popular pickups. A lot of people were angry because they couldn't get it. A lot of people were ecstatic that they could. So let me know in the bottom here. Let me see what's up. Let me see what's going on with people. Did you like this shoe? White laces all the way for sure. White laces. I really do like the kind of vintage sail type jazz when it comes to laces on shoes. I know everybody's been seeing like the worn vintage look. There was a pair that posted up on social media of the Dior ones all fucked up on purpose. And that bothers me because you could just wear the shoe. I mean, in a way, it's cool that they allow somebody else to have work and customize a shoe to look vintage. That's kind of cool. But go wear the shoe. If you want a beat up pair of Dior 1s, go beat up a pair of Dior 1s. I mean, you don't have to be in a pair of Dior 1s. You could beat up any pair of shoes. I see people doing the same thing to Jordan 4s. Especially the Bred 4s. A lot of people vintaged the Bred 4s. And it is a crazy, crazy thing to me. Because back in the day, it was the same kind of equivalence of you fake skateboarding your shoes. You could like rub grip tape on your skate shoes and make it look like you've been doing things when you really don't know any tricks. So I think that's in the same vein. It's like, if you want a really fucked up pair of Mocha 1s, go fuck up your Mocha 1s. Go do it. So the second pickup here is another pair of Jordan 1s. And this is another topic I really want to discuss because everybody has been seeing that post of like Jordan 1 mids that had like the Army Pack and the Father's Day and the Patent Loath and the Japans and like the mid-top Chicagos that J. Cole used to wear all the time. So a lot of talk has been about where were you guys when this shoe released in 2001 in mid-top form? And I was out there in 2001 when this shoe released in mid-top 4, and it was ugly. I did not buy that shoe. Not because it was a mid-top, because it did not look good. This here shrunk and scrunched in. Not a good look. The all blacks, the all whites. I believe there was the white with the navy trim. But you have to do a colorway that looks good on the model. So I had no innate hate for this shoe when it first came out. But you can't tell me that the Jumpman Air Jordan 1 mids didn't look weird having the scrunched ankle. It just doesn't look right. It's just not my kind of look. These here, though, with the ability to have it as a high top, I would say it's like a 3/4 more than a high top. But it allows the jewel swoosh to look so much better when there's room for it to breathe here. Here I am peeking over the shoe. When it has room to breathe, it works a lot better. But not having the Jumpman on the heel and this overall shape is why I didn't buy this shoe in 2001. Well, a couple reasons why. I was like 12. I only saw them in Slam magazine, and I wasn't in Japan. So there's a couple reasons why I didn't get this shoe in 2001. But for a while, the mid-top Jordan 1s on resale were super cheap. You could have copped this shoe in 2001 form for $200, probably 2016. Super cheap. But it works so much better in the OG high, and I will continue to love the Air Jordan 1 in the OG high because it's just the best way the shoe should be. The silver box top was cool. I did enjoy this. No Spider-Mans. Also, I did not buy the black and golds because I have the Carolina Air Jordan 1 mids from 2003, and those things crack like a motherfucker, and they look awful. So those black and gold Jordan 1s from this year are going to look really, really cool the first 5 times you wear them, but they're quickly going to become beat. Like any patent, I mean, you wear your 11s too much, they're going to get really crow's nesty on the sides of the mudguard. They're going to look really shitty. Luckily, that shoe doesn't have patent everywhere, so it works a lot better. Shit. So, I did not realize the 4s were so heavy this year. Does anybody else have a really heavy box for their Fire Red 4s? I might have said bread a second ago, but this Fire Red 4 box is super heavy. That's really weird. But one of the best, I mean, I like it more than the Jordan 1 box top. The Jordan 4, I think, looks the best of all of them. But we have the Fred Fire Red, the Fred 4s. Fred 4s. They're cool, man. These tags, there was a guy that did this for a long time who would like put your name on a hang tag. Put that guy's name in the comments here if you remember. You could do like your Instagram handle. What's that guy's name? It's really going to bother me. But the box is super duper heavy, and the shoe is super duper clean. I've worn these, I think, once or twice now. Just trying to get the harsh light off of them. Let them breathe! But this shoe, man, leaps and bounds better than the Bread 4. Like, in my book, the Bread 4 doesn't even hold a candle to this. The only reason why we talk about the Bread 4 more than this colorway is because of the fucking commercials with Spike Lee and because of the shot over Craig Elo. That's the only reason why the Bread 4 is like the best Jordan 4. It's because of the damn commercials and the shot. This shoe looks so much better. It's so clean. Even in the 2018, or was it 19? I think it was 18. The 2018 Bread 4 Retro with the Nike Air on the back. That material, unless it's the OG or 99 material, it doesn't look that great. These, though, a lot of people had issues with the quality around the toe box. I don't. And I think The leather, for what it is, looks really, really good. It's such a fire shoe. Ugh. I love this shoe. I truly, truly do. 2012 is when it last came back. Oh. It's never came back with Nike Air on the back since 2000, since 1989. So it's been a long time since we've had the Nike Air. Jumpman luckily blessed me with this pair. Thank you very much. Actually, every pair on here you're going to see coming up is all from Jumpman. So thank you. But this pair you cannot compare with. Like the military blue is cool because it's a little different. But the white cement, it goes white cement, fire red, military, bred for, in that order. Like, go read the article I wrote on sneaker history. I broke down why this shoe was fire and why it didn't get all the love it should have received. I keep saying fire with the fire red, so that's not really the best, but I do have the vintage Bull shooting shirt on with the matching Led Zeppelin. So it's kind of like the same era. I think I had this in mind when I was going to pull this out. Why Jordan take off his shoes? Why Jordan take Nike off all of his shoes? Jordan took Nike off the back of his shoes when they retroed, once it became its own entity. So once Jordan Brand was officially a subsidiary of Nike, they wanted this logo to be everywhere. They wanted you to think, I'm going to go buy a pair of Jordans. They want you to think this, not Nike Air. They do not want you to think Nike Air. I believe the Jordan, what was it? The 11 was the last pair to say Nike Air and the insole. And I believe the 12, so what, that would have been 97, 98 is when Jumpman became its own subsidiary. They wanted everything to be about the Jumpman logo. So, no, last pair with the Nike Air, no, because the 7s and 8s both had them. I believe the 9s also did. I want to say up until the Jordan 11, they had the they had the Nike Air on the insole. I'm curious. I'll have to ask Marvin later if I'm right or wrong. But I'm pretty sure the 11 was the last one, because then the 12 happened, and the Jumpman Pro, and Jordan Brand, and Eddie Jones, and Vin Baker, yada, 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 yada. But the reason why they stopped putting Nike Air is to fuck with collectors. I mean, think about it, right? So if you put a big variant, like branding on the back, that means people like us, and probably everybody here listening, is going to come back 30 years later to buy it again, because the pair they have do not have the Nike Air on the back. Somebody in the Discord told a really funny story about how they bought multiple pairs of the Fire Red 4s in 2012, and they couldn't move them for profit, which is really funny to me. These sold out really fast. You can still get them. Here's my big tip. You can still get Fire Red 4s, probably $40-50 over retail. Go pay the $40-50 over retail right now, because white cement 4s, every Jordan 3, Black Cats, cool gray 4s, pretty much every Jordan 3 or 4 has had a shit ton of stock. So there's a lot of them on the market very early. The Jordan 5 Fire Red is another example. All of these shoes, there's tons and tons of stock. But if you don't buy them within like the 8-month window after they released, and you try to wait a year and a half, you're now looking at $360, $400. So prayers up to Ja. Maybe Jaleel Okafor got hurt or something. I wish they bring back Carolina 2s, not the Mellows in OG form. That's another good thing. But yes, go buy these Fire Red 4s from your most local resale industry provider you can. Here in Portland, it would be Index Portland. If you're in Northern California, you can go to Soul Supremacy. There's places all over the country. Don't buy from StockX, preferably. Go buy from a smaller... Ja Morant. Yeah, I don't know why I didn't think of Ja Morant. What happened to Ja Morant? I'm sitting here doing this, so I have no idea. I'm in this basement, so I have no idea what's going on with Ja Morant. So in the comments here, tell me what's going on with Ja. And as that happens, I'm going to bring out a pair of Jordan 5s. This pair is also very cheap right now. Probably only $40, $50 over retail. Hurt his ankle. It happens. I feel like a lot of young kids in the NBA hurt their ankles. Right? I mean, it is what it is. I wish Ja the best. But this next shoe here, you can get pretty cheap. I got to bring both out from the jump. This is one of my favorite releases of the year. I can hear the lace lock inside of them. I do not like the lace lock on my Jordan 5s. I never keep them on. They always go in the box. It's the way I like it. I don't know why. I just read that he left the game in a wheelchair after an apparent ankle injury. That sucks. These shoes do not suck, though. These shoes are not Ja Morant's ankles right now. The Jordan 5, man. The What the 5. There's been many What the shoes to release since, I want to say, like, the LeBron 9 was the first, like, sample out there of a What the, I believe. The KD 4, there was a What the. That kind of era of Nike basketball helped start this craze of just mismatching, making a hodgepodge, if you will, of colorways into one colorway. Let's just stir the pot. We'll eat some cereal out of it. We'll James Harden cook out of it, whatever. But hodgepodge of colorways does not always work. This shit works. This is how you do a What the colorway. This is how you do a mismatch colorway. This is the bee's knees in my book. Look at that heel. You're walking away from somebody and you see this. Beautiful. Like, this colorway. So it's all non-OG colorways that make up this colorway. I'll start saying CW. So this CW is all made up by non-OG CWs. So for example, when you see this metallic right here, it's riffing off of like the white metallic 5 or the Tokyo 5, not the metallic 5. So we got some things here. PMJC doesn't rock lace locks either. That's what's up. That's the best form of Jordan, even though they be wilding with the colorways. Okay, so I was looking through Jordan 5s that were released over the past, like, 3 years for fun. And, bro, you are not wrong. What was it? Boya, you are not wrong. There's some whack colorways on the Jordan 5. But that just makes it so when a fire colorway comes out on a Jordan 5, it's that much better. Like, if you have to slay some dragons to get to the princess, that princess is all that much more desirable once you get there. But I don't know which foot I like more. You tell me. Are you more team red or are you team yellow? I can't decide. They're so good. You have the Tokyo branding here. You have the Shanghai branding here. There's so many good nods. This shoe really embodies how many events and how many special things Jordan Brand has done in Asia, be it motorsports or just, Japan exclusives back in 2001. They've really been in tune with that market for a really long time. And you see people like KFC trying to, perforate into Asia, and they do well, but, like, you're really late. Like, I don't know why I brought up KFC. I'm hungry. But Jordan Brand's always done a really good job, and the amount of international exclusive colorways, be it PSG or Shanghai, Tokyo, whatever. So many good colorways in here that were Asia and Europe exclusives. God, and translucent outsole and glow-in-the-dark outsole. You can't beat that. With the yellow, my God. This is a beautiful, beautiful shoe. I really strongly recommend you go and buy a pair of these from somebody who will sell you a pair, because they are really good. Bad ankle, not ankle. That's a very funny way of saying that. But the tissue paper in here is very cute too. It's just like little splatter print joint going on, reminiscent of like the Bel Air 5s. I love the lace locks. They look so cool. I never ever use them. Glad they didn't come with white laces. I agree. I don't think white laces would have looked good on this shoe. But I always love how the Air Jordan writing is upside down on the 5. The 5 might be my favorite model to like look at. Aesthetically, there's a lot going on here, but a lot going on in the right way. Like the netting, the tongue, and the tongue is so restrictive. This is before they were really doing booties. So the Huarache came out in Huarache basketball came out in 92, I believe, or the Huarache came out in 92. So this is before they were doing booties. But this tongue is so elasticated and keeps it so springy and back. It's so different. And the grooves to the Jumpman, to the 3M, you can't miss the shoe. I like to rock mine really loose, as you can see here. This is how I'll rock the shoe. Then the netting sets it off. So this netting to that tongue. This is why I don't rock lace locks. Ooh-wee! That's a fucking shoe. And then it's the little visible air. So this is a cute little visible air. You know, they've been doing visible air for more than a couple years. But it's such a cute one. The traction pattern to this day sucks, if you ask me. But man, from a looks perspective, you just gotta digest this shoe. And it's a beautiful piece. I would say it's a beautiful piece of like that transitional period from the 80s to 90s. Because it's that happy medium between 80s tech and 90s tech. I love that shoe. The next one is my favorite Jordan pickup of the year. This box should really need no description of what's going on. This shoe, man. Are you in an attic? Yes, I'm in an attic. I'm in my sneaker attic. The DMP6. On the podcast, it's herringbone, tired and true. It's herringbone, tired and true, minus that middle section that does absolutely fucking nothing. So, yeah, you have herringbone in the front and middle. I understand you're not pivoting from the middle of your foot, but I've always slipped in that shoe. I much prefer the 6 traction, which isn't herringbone. These are still dead stock. I need to quit playing myself and wear the shoe. But I prefer the 6 traction. How's the quantity? How's the quality? How's the quality of this shoe? I would say Jordan brand quality. It's good. But there's this blemish here on the heel. I've never worn this shoe. I don't think I've even put this shoe on. There's going to be some blemishes. There's going to be factory blemishes on every shoe from Nike, Jordan, realistically every brand. I'm just a stickler. Every time I see that shoe, I think of the Olympics with the 9 on the back. Damn, that's a good looking shoe. So I sold my Olympic 6s fucking 2 years ago, and I played myself. I sold my white infrareds. I sold my sport blue 6s. My varsity red 6s. So I don't love wearing the 6. I love looking at the 6. It is a gorgeous shoe. It is an absolute beast. It's the reason why there is a defining moment pack. So if you didn't know, DMP, defining moment pack, comes from the 2 shoes that probably define Michael Jordan's career, aka the Jordan 6, which was the first championship, aka the beating Magic Johnson, aka getting over the hump, aka the infrareds and carmines. Just great memories. And then the second one being 1996, where you beat the Seattle Supersonics. You come back. Great looking cleats is true. Just that's why there's a defining moment pack. That's why this shoe is in the defining moment pack. Without Michael Jordan beating Magic and Worthy pretty much at that point. Vlade Divac, Magic and Worthy. If he didn't win then, I mean, he would have eventually. I think he really would have won against the Suns the following year no matter what. But, no, it wasn't the Suns, pardon me. It was the Trailblazers the following year. I think he would have won eventually, but that would have really put a damper. If he didn't three-peat, if he repeated then three-peated, that's not two three-peats. That's a whole different conversation about Michael Jordan's career if it wasn't for this shoe and that season. So I brought this shoe up and I bought it this year, so that's why it's here. But the reason why it's here, like all importantly, is because this shoe reminds me to be thankful that I have shoes, to be thankful that I have a job, that I have 2 feet. Fuck, when it comes down to it, like, there's a lot to be thankful for. And the reason why I'm thankful when I see this shoe is because this was the grail. Like, back when I was in college, when I was in high school, this was the unobtainable $1,000 shoe I never thought I was ever going to have. Now I see people with pairs, and those same unobtainable motherfuckers got heel cracks. This thing's all broken. It's just, don't stop making stories. I'll keep trying. But this is why, this heel clip is why I feel fortunate when I see this shoe. It's like, I didn't have to buy a pair on resale and have a now cracked pair. Like, I was fortunate enough to live in a world where Jordan Brand retroed this shoe. I really wish they would have brought the DMP 11 back. I really thought they were going to do the DMP 11 at the end of the year. But this will be one of the shoes that is forever making me thankful. Because I didn't think I would ever have it. I really didn't think I would ever own a DMP 6. I feel the same way about the Dornbecker 6s. Coming from the dude who just said, I don't like 6s that much. I love looking at them, and I love the Dornbecker 6. I'm not paying like $1,400 for that shoe. So I will happily take these to the grave. Be thankful. When you're done listening to me, go into your collection. It doesn't matter if you have 10 pairs or if you have 10 million pairs. Go look in your collection and pick out a pair and be like, you know what? I'm happy I own you. I'm happy you're a part of my life. I'm happy you're a part of me, because I'm sure a lot of you also think that shoes are a huge part of your life. They're a huge part of mine. It is what it is. But just go be thankful for something in a bad year. Go be thankful for a pair of shoes you have. It's something small. You bought them though. Go feel good about your purchase. So, why do I feel like you are ice fishing? I'm not ice fishing. This is my basement. Pardon me. This is my attic. So there's shoes all around me. We will eventually get through every pair here. But the last pair on the list is a pair I told myself I would swear off. I told myself I was done with Jordan 13s. I've owned a couple pairs. I've sold every one because they're just not comfortable on my foot. I am letting that all go. This shoe is fantastic. Another pair you can get very cheap right now. Very, very close to retail. I highly recommend you go pull that trigger. This is a beautiful shoe. The 3M in here goes bananas. And there was a time where Jordan 13s did not have 3M in them. That's the best part of Jordan 13s, is the 3M. And being able to take off the sticker. That's the other most fun part. But go and buy a pair of these. If you're in a place that has malls open, you could probably go get one of these right now. They came out in December, so earlier this month. They sold out on sneakers right away. They sold out on all the internet sites right away. It's kind of just what it is. But people sleep on these weird or non-OG colorways of Jordans. And you did not sleep on things like this. This is the Q-Rich, Quentin Richardson, Orlando Magic, 2005, 2006, somewhere around there. This was a shoe that we all have been looking at. I mean, some people here are from the Nike Talk days. We've been seeing Jordan samples for a very long time. I've seen this shoe for years before I ever thought I would have it in my hand. And once I do, I just have to appreciate it. Like, This outsole is so beautiful. Talk about herringbone traction being the bread and butter. That's good herringbone traction. This is such a beautiful shoe, man. I really need to like get over my psyche, get over myself, get in a better psyche when it comes to Jordan 13s. I think these are going to be the medicine. They're just gorgeous. Like, that's one hell of a design. It's the exact same thing as the Bread 13. It's just blue. It's not rocket science how to make a shoe look good. This is how you make a shoe look good. God damn. Oof. Am I going to get the orange ones? I want the orange ones. We'll see what the sneaker gods have in store for me. I want the lucky greens. That's one I really want. I want the lucky green 13s. I slept on those. They are not better than Breads. I would say they're better than Breads. Like, how many times can we say the Bread colorway of a Jordan's the best colorway? In my opinion, the Royal Jordan 1 is light years better than the Bread Jordan 1. Cement 4, way better than the Bread 4. White Cement 3, way better than the Black Cement 3. What size do I wear? I'm a 12. I can't wear those unless they're original, meaning black and red. Okay, and the red, black, and white. You have points. You can feel however kind of way you want to. There's definitely some models where I only want the OG colorways, and that's totally fine. But I feel like once you get out of the first 12 Jordans, you can start doing whatever you want. I mean, you can do whatever you want through any point. But the 13, 14, 15, 16, I would say 13 to 23 is prime real estate to FSU. Fuck shit up. Go cause mayhem with your retros. Like, go do weird things. Come correct with a starfish and black Jordan 13. That's a very interesting shoe to me. I am getting more and more interested as I talk about it. So we shall see. I feel like the 12s are the only one to have good OG colorways. So to your point, what was that? Preserving Dreams. The Jordan 12 is one of those shoes where I want OG colorways. I'm not as interested in reverse taxis, reversed breads, French blues don't count. Everything outside of that, they aren't as good. But in my book, 13 through 23, that's where you start experimenting with colorways, see what sticks, and I love it. And it's even more fun how they have the old 13 box. Like, I can't wait for the day where they bring back the face boxes. I have a face box somewhere. It is too far away, so I'm not going to grab it. But that's where I'm going to end the conversation. Go try new colorways of Jordans. I'm sure you love... What's the most slept on Air Jordan? Oof. Most slept on Air Jordan. I'm going to say the Jordan 8 because the other two gentlemen, and I'll probably throw Rowett in there too, they don't like the Jordan 8. And every time we talk about it, I'm the only guy like, give me that shoe. Because the 8 is gorgeous. It is so 90s. Oh, I love the Jordan 8. But in the grand scheme of things, it's adequately loved. But I would say it deserves way more respect than it gets. You say 8s and 2s. 2s are garbage. Just kidding. I love the 2. It's just not comfortable on my foot. The 2 is a brick. Those little perforations around the toe box give you no ventilation. It's like wearing... Yeah. They're too heavy. They're too hot. It's a great piece of Americano. Go wear a pair of some blue jeans. They're a totally fine shoe. Just for me, the 2 is adequately rated where it is. 8, though, needs to get more love. And yes, the 8 reminds me of the Air Raids 2 because they came out the same year. The Aquas... Shit, where are my Aquas? There they are. So as I talk about love letters, the Aquas, man. Like, this shoe is perfect. Like, of all the 90s Jordans, I know I love the Concords too. This might be the most perfect 90s Jordan ever released. Look at this 90s. It's so 90s. You're so 90s it hurts. God. Ugh. I'm ending there. Aquas might be the most perfect Jordan of the 90s. That's a hot topic conversation. I want to have that with you guys sometime. Thank you for tuning in with me. Thank you for spending a half an hour with me. Go follow me at RAHDEE702. Go tune in to other recordings I've done in my attic. Go join the Discord. Come join our Patreon. That's where it's really at. That's where you can do the most service in helping us. So please, please, please join our Discord and our Patreon. It's only $5 a month. Please, please. But thank you everybody for listening in, and I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Take it easy.